Hi, this is Stu from ideasforagreatlife.com. Thank you for joining me and thanks for watching the video. And today I wanted to talk about one of my favourite books, which is this one, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen R. Covey. It's a book that I first came across around about 15 years ago, and it's had a big impact on me. It's something that I've definitely got a lot from, and it's a book that I've reread several times over the years as well. And it's also a book that I think you can dip in and out of, so once you're familiar with the content and the material, you can always kind of go back for it. And I think use it as a little bit of a Bible as well when you're looking for kind of advice or guidance on certain situations and kind of certain things that you're kind of looking for a little bit of clarity on, or perhaps a different perspective. So I just wanted to give you a really brief overview. I wanted to keep this video to around about 5 minutes, so I'll get kind of straight to it really. The kind of the first section of the book, before he actually goes into the 7 habits, he starts by talking about paradigm shift. And if you're not familiar with what a paradigm is, it's kind of like a bit of a mental map of how you see the world, how you see situations. So it's kind of your framework, your kind of way of thinking through your kind of beliefs, your previous experiences, how they've all kind of got you into thinking the way that you do about certain situations, and how sometimes it's useful to kind of change that and reframe that, because sometimes the way that you see things isn't always the way that things are. And certainly from other points of view as well, people can be looking at 2 different situations, seeing 2 completely different things, but both kind of be right from their own perspective, their own point of view. Going into the habits, the number 1 habit is be proactive, and that kind of sets you up for the rest of the book then, and for the other 6 habits. So it's about kind of taking ownership, taking responsibility, and kind of taking initiative in your own life. The first kind of 3 habits really are more about kind of self. He calls it public victory, so it's kind of more about kind of self awareness, self-development and self-mastery. So moving on from being proactive, he talks about beginning with the end in mind, which is habit number 2, which is about kind of setting goals for yourself, working out what you want your end result to be, and then working towards it. Habit number 3 is to put first things first, so that's to prioritise and make sure that you're working on the most important things in order to, again, get you to the end that you had in mind whilst being proactive. Part number 3 is he kind of moves on to public victory. So the next 3 habits are all on kind of working with other people. So the first one being think win-win. So thinking about not only what's best for you, but what's best for other people that you're dealing with, whether it be kind of on a one-to-one basis or in an organisation. Habit number 5 is again about communication skills with other people, which is think first to understand, then to be understood. So it's about improving your listening skills, but not only that, it goes kind of a bit deeper than that really, in terms of getting a really deep understanding of other people that you're working with. And then habit number 6 is to synergize, which is working in harmony with other people, and it's when you can really become collaborative. And again, it's kind of, each habit is building on the previous one. And then moving on to the next section of the book, section 4, which is about kind of constant renewal, and habit number 7, which is sharpen the saw, which is kind of constantly getting better and better at what you do, sharpening your skills and so on. So that, like I say, is a very kind of much whistle-stop tour of the book. If you're thinking about reading it because you haven't read it before, definitely buy yourself a copy. It's still available on Amazon, and it's a really big investment for the sake of about £12 or $20 or whatever it may be. It's something I've bought kind of again and again, because I've either lent my copy to somebody else and they've kept it and I've had to buy it again, or I've bought them as presents for other people as well. So if you're going to buy one self-help book or one personal development book, this is definitely the one to go for, but definitely stick with it. It is a big, thick book, but even if it takes you kind of a year, 2 years to read it, as long as you're getting the most out of the content, then it's definitely worthwhile. So, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, Stephen R. Covey. I'm Stu, I'm from ideasforagreatlife.com, so if you haven't already been there, go and check out my website. And there's plenty more book reviews on Amazon as well of some of my kind of top books. And any questions, please email me. So thanks for watching. Cheers.